Man charged for mass shooting. Police probing circumstances surrounding the death of a 17-year-old. Holmwood Technical High Bus driver shot and killed. Taxi driver shot at school gate while the Reggae Boys take on the United States tonight. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Mercia Fraser, the mother of Mario Dean, is hopeful that her 10-year quest for justice will not continue for too much longer. This follows news on Friday morning that the trial of the three police officers implicated in her son's death has been moved to Westmoreland. Her son Mario Dean was beaten to death on August 3rd of 2014 while in custody at the Barnett Street Police Station in Montego Bay, St. James. He died 3 days later at the Connaught Regional Hospital. The trial repeatedly got postponed since 2018, again failed to get underway on Thursday due to issues with empaneling jurors. Supreme Court Judge Justice Bertram Morrison, who was hearing the case in the St. James Circuit Court, recommended on Thursday that the matter be tried outside of the parish. Ms. Fraser expressed relief that the matter has been moved, and the matter is set to be called up in the Westmoreland Circuit Court on February 17 of next year. Meanwhile, detectives assigned to the Major Investigation Division have charged one of the suspects believed to have been involved in the gun attack at a football match in Pleasant Heights in Rockford, Kingston last month that left 5 people dead and 2 others wounded. He's 24-year-old Dimitri Malcolm, otherwise called Bima or Dimma of Dunkirk in St. Andrew. He was charged with 5 counts of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, 2 counts of wounding with intent with the use of a firearm, possession of prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. And the shooting occurred about 7 o'clock in the evening on October 21st, where 7 persons were shot. Malcolm was arrested last Saturday in his community, and his accomplices are still being sought by the police. The police are also probing the circumstances surrounding the death of a 17-year-old who was reportedly attacked at the intersection of Ashley Road and Burke Road in St. Andrew on Friday. He has been identified as Saeed Mitchell, also known as Breda from Metcalfe Road in the parish. Reports are that about 8:40 a.m. the police were in the area when they heard explosions. The officers went to investigate and found Mitchell shot and injured along the roadway. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Members of the Manchester Police are now searching for suspects behind Friday morning's fatal shooting of a bus driver at the Holmwood Technical High School in Manchester. Rohan Gentles, who was the school's bus driver and worked at the school for about 3 years, was shot dead in view of students. And it's reported that about 9 o'clock, Mr. Gentles was sitting inside the bus when a man walked up and shot him. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Holmwood Technical High School football coach Errol Newman said that Mr. Gentles was waiting to transport students to a football match at the time of the shooting. Mr. Gentles has worked with the institution for more than 3 years. A man was shot dead by gunmen at the Russell Road Primary School in Kingston on Friday morning. He has been identified as 36-year-old Deshaun Newry, a taxi operator of a Barbican Road address. Investigators said about 8:55 a.m. Mr. Newry dropped off his daughter at a school location along Ricketts Crescent, and he was returning to his vehicle when he was attacked by a gunman who shot him multiple times. The gunman then made his escape in a waiting gray Toyota Probox motor car. Mr. Newry was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. And this is the same school where another taxi operator was killed in a similar manner while dropping off his daughter on October 14. On to sports, the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight, it was just a joke, and if you had not seen it, go watch it and see for yourself, as both of them seem to be just following through on scenes that look like they rehearsed before they went into the ring. And if you paid to watch it, you were a sucker, as you wasted a valuable $30 that could put gas in your vehicle. That fight makes absolutely no sense. Meanwhile, Jamaica Reggae Boys will clash with the United States tonight in the return leg in the CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinals. Jamaica went down 1-0 to the United States in their clash on Thursday night at the National Stadium when Ricardo Peper scored the all-important goal in the 5th minute. Demario Gray missed a 15-minute penalty for the Reggae Boys, who ended with 10 men after defender Mason Holgate was sent off 4 minutes from time for a second bookable offense. The second leg will be played at the Energizer Park in St. Louis, Missouri tonight, and the home and away series in this November window will determine the teams advancing to the 2025 CONCACAF Nations League Finals. The quarterfinal match will also qualify for next summer's CONCACAF Gold Cup. On to Manning Cup, last season title holder Mona High were sent packing from the Manning Cup following a 2-0 beating by Kingston College in their quarterfinal round game at the Stadium East Field on Friday. Mona went into the game with 1 point and needed to beat KC by at least 3 clear goals to have a chance of advancing to the semifinals, but they could not muster a shot on the target. Kingston College with 6 points finished second in Group A behind winners Jamaica College. Jamaica College, who went into their game against Tivoli High needing a draw but left nothing to chance, ended up with a 4-0 victory at the Ashenheim Stadium. Joe Mardennis led the way with a double for JC, who finished top of the group with 7 points. Meanwhile, Heidel and St. Catherine High also booked their place in the Manning Cup after taking the 2 spots from Group B following their quarterfinal round games on Saturday. Heidel, who started the day in front on 4 points, came close to being eliminated by Campion College, who had 3 points at the Spanish Town Prison Oval. Campion were looking like group winners at one stage after Tyler Falconer gave them a 73rd minute lead, which would have put them on 6 points if the game ended in their favor. However, with 2 minutes to go in the game, Ronaldo Barrett scored the equalizer for Heidel to not only return to the top of the group but send Campion packing. Following Heidel's through are St. Catherine High, who fought tooth and nail to secure their place after a 3-all draw with Excelsior High at Stadium East Field. And the semi-final ties will now see Jamaica College taking on St. Catherine High, while Kingston College and Heidel will meet in a repeat of last year's tie. In the DaCosta Cup, the semi-final teams in the D Cup are now completed following Saturday's final set of matches in the quarterfinal round. Ocho Rios High, Magrat High, and Garvey Maceo have joined favorites Glenmore High in the last 4. Glenmore ended the quarterfinals with a win as they got by St. Elizabeth Tech 5-2. Magrat High found themselves in the semis with a 4-0 flogging of Frome Technical, and in the other game, Ocho Rios ended the quarterfinals at the top of their group after defeating Garvey Maceo 2-0 at Drax Hall. Garvey Maceo, who had 4 points, also progressed to the semifinals even with the loss, having a better goal difference than Monroe. Monroe had a 3-1 win over Central High, but they just could not make it. The semifinals will now see Glenmore playing Garvey Maceo, while Ocho Rios will take on Magrat High. And if you missed the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.